Come to Cusco. We're not following the usual route out of town because there's some sort of military shenanigans going on in the main square, so the police have closed it. So what we're doing at the moment is sort of working our way round, ignoring the GPS completely, and trying not to get too lost as we negotiate our way around the streets of Cusco and out of town. So this main square is straight ahead, but obviously that's a pedestrianised bit and we can't get down there anyway. But this should take us out the way we want to go. As you can see, it's all narrow cobbled streets, one-way systems, traffic, the usual chaos. Unfortunately, I think the GPS waypoints are such that when it tries to recalculate, it's trying to take me back into where the route would have come out had I gone the original way. So I'm just going to go down here until I see what looks like the right road. There you go. A little bit of Cusco for you, first thing in the morning. And, yeah. Tune in a little bit later as we head over the high Altiplano towards Puno. Hello and welcome back to Peru, where we've escaped the drudgery of Cusco. Taken quite a while. It's been going 50 minutes already and I've only covered 21 miles. But now we're outside of Cusco, heading over towards Puno, and as you can see, we're once again climbing up into the mountains. The landscape is green, evidence of Inca settlements. Traditional old ladies here, traditional dress with the hats. I do like to see that. It does remind you that you're in Peru. These beautiful valleys. You've got sort of little farmsteads about everywhere. Just lush and green and beautiful. Weather-wise, it's a very pleasant 20 degrees. A little bit overcast, but not too bad. It actually feels quite warm because I've got the windproof jacket on. I don't normally put that on when it's 20 degrees. Normally temperature's to be a bit lower than that before I bother putting anything on. But it keeps me warm. These bloody awful speed humps, which are absolutely everywhere. You also just kind of accept that everybody's just going to drive on your side of the road if they need to. And there we go, a bit more later. Okay, welcome back to Peru, where we are now up on the Altiplano. About 11,500 feet up, and we seem to be in dairy country or beef country, because there are lots of cows all sort of dotted about the landscape. They're all little tethered up so they can't just wander off anywhere. But as you can see, it's quite green and flat with the hills surrounding us, the higher mountains surrounding us. And we've been going now for just over 2 hours. Once again, it's just another fantastic day's ride through the Peruvian countryside. Look at the little koi on the building there. And up ahead, snow-capped mountains, indicative of the altitude we're at as we head out onto the Altiplano. Once again, the scenery is just beautiful. Beautifully laid out fields of crops, lots of potatoes. Obviously, Peru being the place where potatoes originated from. Here they have all sorts of varieties, purple ones, yellow ones, all sorts of different types of potato. Up here, the higher the altitude, it seems to be good for potatoes. Quite a stunning place to ride a motorcycle through. Okay, welcome to the Peruvian Altiplano, where the air is crystal clear. You can see from miles, you can see all the detail, there's no pollution haze. It's just beautiful. Just had a nice little stop for a hot chocolate. And we're back on the Altiplano. Just loving every minute of it. Another stretch of roadworks. They do this quite a lot here in Peru, where they just do something to the road, so they just divert you around a little dirt road, a little dirt track that cuts around the roadworks. And they even put speed bumps in, some of which are quite nasty, like that one. There's the train that follows this plateau. Apparently the train journey, I was just talking to Aaron, apparently the train journey is really beautiful as well, so if ever you get the chance to come out this way, you ought to, because it is quite beautiful. It does remind me of parts of Scotland and even parts of Wales, but it's so much clearer. The air is just so much cleaner because of the altitude, I guess. More a little later. This is what I mean by big sky country. Look at this. I mean, it goes from horizon to horizon, crystal clear air. Or even a narrow straight road like this isn't boring in an environment like this. Just set your speed, put the music on, and admire the view. Not a bad day in the office. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, we're no longer on the Altiplano. We're actually negotiating our way around the ring road around the city of Juliaca, which would be a lot easier if it wasn't for the fact that there's millions of these bloody little tuk-tuks everywhere. I just had one go from my right and cut right in front of me, which is quite entertaining, but it's all about safety of how you're dealing with things, and just keeping your wits about you, really. It's a little bit chaotic. No worse than anywhere else we've been in Peru so far. That's unusual. Usually they go on 3 seconds to go. Rubbish everywhere. It's such a shame because Peru has some absolutely stunning scenery, but it also is probably the most rubbish-strewn country I've ever travelled through. There's just trash everywhere. Just with the dust and the desert area, just compounds things a little bit. Just makes it feel really kind of mucky. But you get all sorts. Constantly trying to work out where the route goes, combination of route notes and GPS, and just a little bit of common sense. Add navigation into the challenges of dealing with the traffic, and it can be quite entertaining. Some big stadium there. Never trust it when a pickup suddenly slows down like that. It usually means something else is going on. And of course we have a road surface that's, well, somewhat degraded, I think would be one way, a polite way of putting it. Interesting contraption. It's like a rickshaw with a motorbike on the back. Cut across. Oh. Some of these road surfaces are really quite painful. But anyway, that's Juliaca. You've probably seen enough of it by now.